Many times in the Doctrine and Covenants, you're going to hear about the sound of a trump going forth, meaning this loud, strong sound that is designed to catch people's ears and make them look up and get curious about what the Lord is trying to alert them towards. Remember in the Old Testament, we talked about horns and this idea of a trump not being like a trumpet, but being that ram's horn that they would blow through, and it sounds almost like an air horn or a foghorn. It's got this very deep sound so that people in the surrounding communities would know to look up. Sometimes it's a signal of a good thing, like a festival beginning, and sometimes it's a signal of a warning, like danger coming forward. But whenever someone heard the sound of a trump, they knew they were supposed to do something. And that's why it's in section 29 as well. You're supposed to do something when you hear the sound of a trump. So it's in several different places in this section. Some are good and some are not so good, but both times it's inviting you to act. So I wanted my kids to know what that sounds like. What is the sound of a trump exactly? It's not something we hear around. It's not like a car horn. It's not like an alarm on your phone. It's different. And I wanted my kids to understand that. So we made our own versions of a trump. You guys, you just need paper cups. That's all. It's paper cups and a party balloon and then some packing tape to seal it all together. To begin this craft, I should warn you, these get pretty loud. So if you're going to make these in class, to be honest, if you ask my opinion, I actually think if you blow these in class and it's really loud, that's a good thing. So if you're a primary teacher, just know this is going to get obnoxious and people are going to come from surrounding classrooms and be like, what is happening in here? But that's when you can testify about the love of God, that because he loves his children so much, he makes a very loud sound and he wants every person to hear. So you're going to create that loud sound by cutting out the base of your cup. For us, I wanted the cup to be as structurally sound as I could get it. So I cut out the base of one cup and then I nestled a second cup with the base cut out inside it. If you buy fancier cups, you probably don't need that step, but mine were kind of flimsy. That's your base, just this kind of megaphone-like shape. Then you're going to need to create the surface of it. And for that, you need a party balloon. It doesn't have to be a big party balloon because basically you're just kind of trying to stretch it and create a very taut surface. I did find that since you want the end of the balloon, the neck that you're going to blow into, you want it to kind of hang down. You don't want to cut off the tip of your balloon. You want to cut the side because that gives you like a golf ball size opening that you can then wrap around the cup. You want to secure that with some packing tape or duct tape so that it's got a nice taut surface. The more flat you can get this balloon, the better. Then you're going to do the same thing and put a smoothie straw, just a section of a smoothie straw, into the neck of the balloon. This makes it a lot easier to blow. You need to seal that with tape as well so that your kids, the air doesn't escape when it's going from the smoothie straw to the balloon itself. And then you're going to give it to your kids and enjoy the sounds. You guys, these are loud, strong sounds because not only are they making a sound with that balloon vibrating, but it's being amplified by that megaphone shape and it gets loud. Like that's the whole point, right? So your kids, the first time they blow it, they might not hear anything. And that's because you want to adjust your angle. Generally, we found that the best angle that worked for us is when you kind of pull this neck of the balloon taut and then you try to get the air to glide right across the inside top of this surface. So if you hold the cup kind of parallel to the floor, that seemed to give us the best sound. But my kids tried all kinds of different angles, different lengths of stretching to see what could create the most sound. In fact, if you have teenagers, one of the things that we did this time that we'd never done before is we turned on a decibel meter on our phone and had a challenge to see who could get the most loud sound. Okay, show me what you got. Surprisingly, I thought I was going to win. I did not win. Will got his up into like 124, 125 range, which is pretty dang high, especially if you're not right next to the phone. And I was impressed. So this is where you're going to give all your kids a chance to craft the horn, let them test out their skills with the decibel meter, and then talk about the power of God. That he has this power to make a sound that everyone can hear. But the way he gets that sound out to everyone is through us. D&C Section 29 teaches that to these young saints, that their job is going to be to take that sound and bring it to the people so that they can change before time is out. So hopefully as your kids test it out in class, take it home and annoy their parents and their siblings, they'll get a chance to testify too, that they know why there is a sound of a trump, why the Lord speaks in such loud, strong tones, and they can testify that this is something we will hear. We will know when the second coming is coming, because we will hear it from trusted sources. We'll know because these trumps will be sounding and we'll be aware. Hopefully this object lesson helps them understand it.